Today I will tell you what is clause and difference between clause and phrase. Let us analyze this example. They rested at sunset. Here we have single thought, so we call it simple sentence. It has its subject and predicate. So this is a sentence. Now further we analyze the sentence, so we can say that this part of sentence doesn't has its subject and predicate, and when we write it separately at sunset, it doesn't give us a sense. So in my previous video I told you that phrase is a part of sentence, it doesn't has its subject and predicate, and it doesn't give us a complete sense. So at sunset is a phrase in this sentence. Now let us analyze next example. They rested when evening came. Here we have two thoughts in a sentence. First is they rested and second is evening came. And they both are joined by the conjunction when. So this first part of a sentence is called first clause, and here we have second clause. Let's come to the definition. Such a group of words that forms part of a sentence and has its subject and predicate of its own is called clause. When we analyze this part of a sentence, we can say here we have they is subject and rested is a predicate, or we can say it is a verb. When we analyze the second part of a sentence, evening is a subject and came is a predicate and verb too. So here we have two part of a sentence. They rested when evening came. So they rested is called clause. It has three names. We can say it main clause, we can say it is a principal clause, or it is an independent clause. It is independent clause because it doesn't depend on any other information. They rested is giving us a complete information. It doesn't need further information. So this is an independent clause. When we analyze the second sentence, when evening came. When evening came is a coordinating clause because it is a joined by the conjunction, or the dependent clause because it depends on a first clause. When we write it separately, when evening came, it doesn't give us a sense. It has a subject and predicate, but it doesn't give us a sense because it depends on the first clause, that is they rested. So here we have names for it, that is coordinating clause or the dependent clause, because it depends on the first clause, that is they rested. They rested is a main clause, principal clause, independent clause. When evening came is a coordinating clause or the dependent clause. Any sentence that it starts with and, that, when, whenever, whether, whatever, because, if, as, until, since, and many conjunctions where our sentence starts with conjunction, they are the dependent clause or the coordinating clause, and the first clause is a main clause, the principal clause, or the independent clause. If you like my video, please like it and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.